This is Grenada, a beautiful island in the Caribbean Sea which lives mostly of tourism and nutmeg production. Grenada is, however, placed in the path followed by the Atlantic hurricanes. Memories of the destruction caused in 2004 by Hurricane Ivan are still fresh in everybody's mind.
Most of the persons in the village at the time would not have experienced a hurricane of that magnitude.
Roofs were blown off, houses destroyed, and the agriculture severely damaged. Today, Grenada is still vulnerable to disasters. Its steep terrain makes it prone to landslides, and the poorest and more remote communities are at greater risk.
It's a small island with limited resources, and if Grenada has to face major events, they will be isolated.
This is why Grenada was included in the Disaster Preparedness Program of ECHO, the European Commission's Department of Humanitarian Aid and Civil Protection. Geneiva is a volunteer at the local disaster committee in her village. Hers and other communities have received training on how to respond if a disaster strikes. Maps have been drawn to identify the weakest points in the area. Emergency shelters and houses have been reinforced, and items to be delivered in case of an emergency have been prepositioned.
I think after Hurricane Ivan, the community, we've been become more aware, so we come together to be prepared.
This project is really bent on building resilience of communities. As a result, quite a number of persons within the communities, they have been trained in first aid, in building techniques, in being able to record programs, to raise the level of awareness, not only here in Grenada, but throughout the Caribbean. Indeed, we believe that this initiative is a very critical one and a very timely one.
ECHO's Caribbean office covers 24 countries and overseas territories. This year, the European Humanitarian Department has turned 20 years old. In these 2 decades, it has devoted more than 130 million euros to bring humanitarian aid to the most vulnerable in this part of the world, that excluding the funds allocated to Haiti. The aid is aimed at responding to disasters, facilitating recovery and promoting preparedness, always trying to empower the local population.
Disaster preparedness, it's not so easy to explain, but let's say it can be considered as a value. It's really linked with dignity of the victims, and it's also considering that beneficiaries are more actors of changes.
These 3 high school students have become stars in Grenada and beyond with their catchy song, Be Prepared.
We saw so many disastrous things happening around Grenada, and so many people were not aware and they did not know exactly what to do. So we took this initiative to make this song.
Swipe, Eclipse and Avoni are among the participants in a disaster preparedness competition organized by the Red Cross.
So events like festival had one first benefit, which is getting the young people on board, which is always extremely challenging in this kind of project. So on. But also in terms of visibility, we're able to reach a really broader audience. We're a lot on the media, we're on TV, we're on radio. So we make sure that the message that we give is not only in the community, but really nationwide.
Yo, this is no laughing matter. Preparation is key.
The example is spreading. We meet Travis at his small street business. Musician as well, he is spearheading disaster education with the help of one of his songs.
Some of the messages in my song is simply that you got to prepare yourself for a disaster, because you never know. You never know how, you never know when, you never know why. It can strike at any given time.
With the help of its humanitarian partners in the field, ECHO will continue to assist and to promote resilience among the most vulnerable of the world.
I never know when, so disaster can strike my friend.